screw. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, what works and what it seems
They
like
say,
nothing works. So
well, they say, you sleep too much, it's not good for you. When you don't sleep, sleep deprivation is a real thing. Um, Me, I slept 13 hours, and like I said, this bitch cut off automatically. I hope it didn't break. Let me see.
I ain't got no water in it. What happened? What happened?
This video just took a turn for the worse.
What happened? It broke?
Yes, it's broke. I'm gonna tell you why.
Why?
There's a whole bunch of water leaked out. And come see how much water leaked out.
What the fuck is going on now? It's always...
Let me move my headphones.
Okay, so I gotta... And nobody moved it unless you know, when you turned over and whatnot and then you move. Don't move it. Don't move it.
No, I'm trying to see something.
Don't move it.
I'm trying to see if maybe it's not plugged into something.
Just leave it. Just leave it. Just leave it. Just don't touch it no more. It's electronic. Leave it alone. Let me get the water up and then we can go from there. Just leave it alone. You hear me?
I am moving stuff from around it.
Okay.
What it looks like. My CPAP machine is broke.
Might need a new one.
Ugh.
If they don't give you one, then yeah, you have
I think it's time for a new one anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That little bit of paper towel ain't gonna do nothing.
Yes, it will. Just let it soak it up. Damn it. You don't want
Who
to
are you
use
talking
it.
to?
Just let it soak it up. Damn it. Big head. Just let it soak it up. That's all. Let it soak it up. And we're going to see how much it...
Okay, well, after this video, I'm gonna have to check all the plug sources and see if it like made an unplugged somewhere. But so far, it looked like it broke because there's been water leaked underneath there before and it never broke. Told you this wasn't nowhere near
I
enough,
don't
so we just gonna
care. I
risk
just
it.
wanted to get something up.
Okay, well anyway.
See if you... How much more do you need? Because
I don't know, but I'm gonna need a...
that got a good amount of it. I got a real good amount. That's why I wanted it to
Why did the water leak out?
I don't know.
Big gang stop by China.
Excuse me.
Come fucking with me while I'm sleeping.
Here, open the bag.
The bag is open.
Okay.
Man, I was not planning for this video to go this way.
I'm sorry. Okay, do you want all of this here?
Hold on, I'm not talking about that right now.
Okay.
Shit. Girl, I am not throwing these calls away.
Okay, well, you know what? They in my way. And I gotta get all this up.
Just sit that on top there. Anyway. Wait, why did I... Wait, these... I can go on something else. These clothes. Slight sleep deprivation, okay. Wow, my shit's broke. Some weird shit's happening in this fucking house. Okay. So, back to what I was saying. Damn, so all of the water just leaked out and then the machine broke. That can't have nothing to do with the car missing, does it? I'm gonna have to ask some questions in the sleep apnea group. I was waiting for the CPAP clinic to call back, but they never did. Or if they did, I was sleeping. And sometimes if it's an unrecognized number, I do not answer it. Anyway, the sleep deprivation. Sometimes I go through it myself, like Candy does, but I don't go through sleep deprivation as bad as Candy does because I take stuff like, well, duloxetine is really for depression, but I take that and it helps me sleep. I take gabapentin. It got me taking it for anxiety, my back pain, and my diabetic neuropathy, but it also helps me with sleep. I take Topiramate 3 times a day. That will make you sleepy, but I'm taking it for my headaches. The main thing, I got past it, but Kanika Jenkins, that was one of the medicines that they found in her system along with alcohol. But I had to psychologically get past it. I try not to think about it when I'm actually taking the pills. What else? Sometimes the muscle relaxers, the pseudoephedrine that I started back taking, and then the naproxen. That all helps me sleep. But when you go that many days, like she has, with out sleep, if you look up what Google or Pinterest, even YouTube, the reason why was talking about sleep because I stumbled on a video that what's his name, Mark Berg or Dr. Berg did about what happens to your body after 72 hours of sleep, and then he goes into what happens to your body with 24 hours of sleep, 36 hours of sleep, 72 hours of sleep. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, only scary part about me is I literally saw a Cadillac SUV driving through my apartment one time, and I went to the psych ward, and after I got out the psych ward, oh yeah, I think I did show that on here. Shauna showed y'all the pictures where there was actually a vehicle that drove through our apartment, but not through the front door like I visioned. But I also visioned Hurricane Katrina happening. It was almost like Hurricane Katrina. I just knew we had to leave New Orleans, but I didn't know why. And that was before me. I said in a couple of videos ago that me and my husband was planning to leave New Orleans anyway, but it was his idea. And then I started having dreams later that we gotta get out of New Orleans. Something about to happen. I keep having these dreams. But no, those were just dreams though. I was actually sleeping and having those dreams. Okay, that don't count. But yeah, there have been a few times where I've went past the amount of time. When you go past the amount of time that you need to sleep, lack of sleep on top of dehydration will cause severe things to happen with your mind. It really will. And I didn't even know that. Somebody was telling me that lack of water will actually cause you to sleep longer or feel the need to sleep longer. I did not know that either. I've been on some jacked up medication, in which I have been in the past on jacked up medication, cause you to think crazy. But that sleep deprivation, that will cause you to think crazy. In very, very surprising ways. And then when things actually happen, it'll cause you to react not so logically. So, I mean, not only is, and what they used to teach me in the Veterans Recovery Center, not only is, because that's the side of the VA where it's not just mental health. Well, it's mental health, but it's self-care. Whereas it's not just taking medicine that would fix you. But even if you decided not to take medicine, it's supposed to be other things that you got to be pushing your body, pushing yourself to do, to make sure you got your armor up against these demons per se, or against your own demons, your own psyche. It's a daily battle, like drinking the proper amount of water so that you can think more clearly. And sometimes I keep referring back, watching myself, seeing that movie, Kickboxer. And that man said, never make decision on empty stomach. You know? And I used to see that little part when I was a kid. But then the people from the Kraft family, who was it, one of the kids or the mama, Michelle Kraft? She, one of them said, I believe it was, they said their mama said it, or one of them said it actually, said never go to bed on a full stomach. And that's why I was saying I didn't want to take a shower with a full stomach. But I always tell China, don't go to bed on a full stomach. It don't feel good anyway. But they say it can cause nightmares. But you gotta like keep your organs moisturized. You gotta keep your bones moisturized. But I've been seeing about a lot about, like, through talking with friends and stumbling on YouTube videos. I don't know if YouTube be listening to my conversations or just it's just coincidentally everything coming up about the importance of sleep and how it is important. You get the proper amount of rest, especially when you're sick. And I don't know if it's this video, this channel or another channel. They got so many damn views. Some about why I think we stay sick, and one of them is eating healthy. And I was talking to this guy about cause that store where I got the crawfish from, I was like, hold the fuck up. Tell me they don't have a little place in there where they make juice, because I went to a Mexican store before, and I said, it's not like going to Walmart and going to make your own juice. It's not like going to Kroger, buying your groceries and coming home and make your own juice. Something about going to the Mexican places or even Asian places or African stores and buying their produce and they juice it. It's a whole different ball game than when you go to Smoothie King and drinking their smoothies. You actually feel a difference in your body. your mind feel a lot clearer. Like the stuff that they be saying, the health benefits of this and the Ayurvedic stuff and this and that. I don't know what it is about their stuff. Man, I'm like, maybe it's really organic, like actually organic or whatever. But like when I was living in Mesquite, Texas, they had a store on Highway 80, right there by 635. There was this Mexican store, a grocery store. I don't know if I ever go again. It'd almost be worth the drive, but not really ever since I found this one over here. I was like, man, I was losing weight. My face cleared up. My thinking was sharper. But just having one damn juice. It was quite a big cup too, for not that much money either. So when I seen that they have a little juicery over here, I'm like, let me find out. That's where I need to be going, because my friend just gave me a smoothie machine, since I can't find all the parts to my smoothie machine. I'm like, let me find out. I could just go over there to the Mexican places. That's where you go if you're gonna get produce for health benefits. Go to the Mexican places for the health. You're gonna see a big difference. You're gonna feel a big difference within a day. I don't know what's in that damn shit or what's not in their stuff, because they stuff don't have Monsanto and all that GMO in their damn produce. I'm guessing you gonna really feel like if that shit say the beets have iron in it, or cactus does this in your body and all like that shit, you really feel that shit. But exercising every day, and which every goddamn time I say I'm gonna get up and start to do it, I wind up sleeping 13 hours a day. It rains, or I'm hurting somewhere. So believe me when I tell you, it's a doggone fight somewhere. Oh, I'm depressed. It's a fight. But I've been having it on my mind. I'm going to get my walker out the car, and I'm going to walk the block. I'm trying to walk the dog. I'm going to walk the block. And just lately, like this year, when I woke up about 9 o'clock this evening or some shit. But I wake up every day saying, tomorrow's going to be that day. One day going to be that day. I'm just going to be able to just get up and get out there. And hydration and sleep is key. You gotta have your mind clear, sharp, without distraction. Just keep pushing. Keep doing you. Keep moving forward.
Because you will accomplish your goals.
That would even be my advice to Candy, but screw her. But I'm just saying, one is like a domino effect. Because you see, I've been trying to inch them. You be seeing me been trying to inch them vegetables back in my life. You see, I've been trying to inch them back in my life some way. I've been inching them. Walmart, Kroger, and all that shit, that's not the place to go to get them shits. I realized that about 2-3 days ago. Go to them little Mexican grocery stores, them little Asian grocery stores, them little African grocery stores. That's where you get your produce from. The real shit. You ain't even got to go to Whole Foods. Because I don't even feel no different with that. I start to feel like that's a gimmick. Non-GMO. USD certified and all that shit. You know, another thing us black folks need to do. And yeah, call me a hypocrite, but hey, check this out. That Chef Carmen don't even have a lot of salt like that. That Go Creole or whatever don't have a lot of salt like that. That Smoky Joe seasoning don't have a lot of salt like that. Us black folks especially, we need to cut back on that salt. And the margarine. We need to cut back on it. There was this girl that told me, and she told me about the margarine. Margarine is not good for you. Use oils. And don't use vegetable oils. Don't use those bad oils to cook with. And I was losing weight when she told me that, but I started to realize they had this one man, I saw him when I was living in Mississippi. I don't know if China remember. And he came and he walked by me. He was a guest from out of town in Bible class. I was like, I just saw you a couple of months ago. How you like that? He patted me on the back and said, stop eating all that salt, and just kept walking. I'm like, man, what the fuck? He just like, we got to cut down on the salt. And just because we're not eating a lot of salt don't mean we're not eating a lot of sodium. So you go there, you go to these stores. Like I said, go to these African grocery stores, these Hispanic grocery stores, these Mexican grocery stores, African grocery stores. Get that real olive oil. Get that real avocado oil, coconut oil. Cook with that. Coconut oil you can smell. You know? Especially the one in the blue container. You cook with that. And China don't like all that stuff. But I'm like trying to find a workaround, a little tweak around. Because China still likes her little meats. She don't like when I buy meat from Whole Foods and all that shit. So I'm like, okay, there is a little workaround. Then I get a little confused because now there's controversy between do you wash your chicken or do you don't? I'm like, I know there's a controversy already about do you wash your steak or do you don't? Do you wash your roast or do you don't? Beef and stuff. But now they saying don't wash chicken. I'm like scratching my head now. I'm like, okay. But and now especially I seen it on TikTok too. They argue about it on YouTube. They argue about it on TikTok. Don't wash your chicken. I'm like, where they do that at? They're like, it's going to cook your way anyway. If you wash it, it's going to spread salmonella and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that's nasty. So I'm like, I already got to argue with China because China said you don't wash your steak. That's where you have all the blood and all the flavor. I'm like, the flavor is not in the fucking blood, you dummy. I don't say that to her face, but I'm like, the flavor is not in the fucking blood. The flavor's in the seasonings. I was like, if you can't cook a steak without all that being in there, then you just can't cook no fucking steak. Then I'm like, in the Bible, don't they be saying about eating unclean meats and all that stuff in the Bible? I mean, they're not just talking about pig and swine. They're talking about unclean meats. I'm like, everybody be sitting there talking about focusing on homosexuality being in the Bible. But there's so many other things in the Bible that's not good, and it didn't say about just homosexuality being unforgivable. To be honest with you, the most unforgivable sin is blasphemy anyway. Clear his throat. Blasphemy. But yeah, let's not go there. Yeah, sleep, exercise, eating right, drinking water. That's the thing. All this keto, vegan, all this other bullshit is nonsense. Just cut back on the fucking salt. Cut back on the fucking oils that you're using when you cook. Certain things you just know ain't good. Common sense ain't good. Like all the fucking additives. They say if you can't pronounce it, don't eat it. Every now and then it ain't gonna hurt to fucking treat yourself. I'm scared to eat a pork chop right now because I went so long without eating a pork chop. I don't know if it's gonna make me sick or not. The last time I ate a pork steak, I got sick because I was, going along with China and with going without pork, but I still will eat pork sausage. But that's the most I'll go. But don't really mess with other kinds of pork. And then my brother freaked out about me eating sausage at all because he was saying that's the worst part of meat you could ever eat, and it's not healthy, and it's fuck your blood pressure up, give you stroke, and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, see, that's the kind of stuff when my brother was here that I was counting on him to help me with, but that wasn't the case. He was on some bullshit. But the good qualities that he was trying to help me stick with, I did stick with, such as cutting out sodas. You know what I'm saying? In which people could try to give you good advice, but we're fucked up. And that's why I'm so glad, I'm thankful that I learned what I did in Bible class, because that's where I learned that people could give you good advice, but what are the intentions behind it? It's a method to people madness. What's their intent? But they say smoking is bad for you too. So that's why I cut out smoking and switched to vaping, because there's not all that harmful chemicals in it. It's just broken down to 4, which is vegetable glycerin, propylene glycol, food flavoring, and you can get it with or without nicotine. Why I still vape with nicotine is because people get on my goddamn nerve, and they keep pressing on this same goddamn nerve. So that's all.